I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a...
Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Tennessee Titans. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And all the way down to the 12. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Ravens 7.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
To speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
These two teams, of course, the Titans and Ravens, met in the postseason a year ago. And really, along with the Titans win the previous week in Foxborough, it was one of the shockers of the postseason. The Titans, a 6th seed on the road. The Ravens, they were the top seed, riding a 12-game win streak and coming off the 1st-round bye. But that game was all Tennessee. They led 28-6 at one point, ultimately winning 28-12 and sending them on to the AFC title game in Kansas City. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd down and goal. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Past the 20.
Get off the field.
All the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line.
Following the interception, Love. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A gain there of 21 yards. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 21-3 is your score after 1. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He finds an opening past the 40. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Smith.
Complete.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to...
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They only get 4, but the fake punt works and gets them a 1st down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Sacked.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson being chased out left. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Jackson. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Complete.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson flushed out right. And he's got a man here, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 21. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson buying time to his left. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10.
Ravens 21, Titans 10. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, the 20.
Always
and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 78 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And they're able to up the lead by one more.
Makes the score Ravens 28, Titans 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Going up top from Miller. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A gain of 26 yards. And a Raven first down.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Brown, oh, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. 20, 10, and they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans.
Touchdown,
The offenses have success. You could say they've run wild a little bit. Time for the defenses to get into the act, and one does here.
Nothing like a little bit of revenge for the defense. They've had to deal with it all game long. Both offenses going up and down the field. How about it when they take the ball away and take it to the other end zone?
And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a two-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for two now while their heads are down.
15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
T. Higgins was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. To throw again. Love. Man open left side is Brown. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Baltimore.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Love this time is going to set up to throw it. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
3rd and long for Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's got some space here.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether it's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Now, we had the fumble last week. Now, here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
4-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Titans 32, Ravens 28.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Jordan Love ready on first down here. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
First down.
Throwing. Love. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Point after, right down the middle. And that gives him a 3-point lead.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
On the carry.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6. Play
action this time with Love. He'll buy some time right. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. 22 yards there, a first down. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Brings up second and 12 at the Titans' 25-yard line.
Off the play fake, Love. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Baltimore.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Throwing again, Jackson. Smith catches left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Flush to his right, and that is incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
50 seconds to mine. 50 seconds to mine. Hey. Next 50 seconds. 50 seconds, right? Here we go. 50 seconds, right?
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Looking here for Smith downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
50 seconds to mine. You gotta make a move. You gotta make it happen.
Jackson will throw again, escaping the pressure right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Throwing again on second down. Jackson, he's got it. And the Titans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. Now Leonard Fournette, and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Leonard Fournette taking it in. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Is good. Makes the score Ravens 42, Titans 39.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a first and 10. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Flushed out right. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets them across midfield now for first and 10. They'll run here with Dobbins. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Dobbins.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
By William Jackson. No gain on the play.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Love. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Titans take over first.
A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On third down, Jackson. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on first and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the... completion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. To throw again. Jackson steps away to his left. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down. They'll give it to Mixon, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 5-yard touchdown run, and the Titans are going to retake the lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead, and I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
And For a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on second down. Jackson dumps it off to Mixon. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Third and 2, here's Jackson. The open man is Smith. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive...
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Joe Mixon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Titans 53, Ravens 42.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Love from the gun. Quick slant to Brown. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
He better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jonnu Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Carrier. The tackle made by Tanner Muse. It's a gain of 6. And a Raven first down.
On first down, Dobbins. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Titans 60.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Tennessee, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on